let's let me share this. Let me share this. Everybody's speeding past me. Good job, people. Okay, so guys, hello. Okay, all right. So I am hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Intuitive Mom. Okay, I'm Intuitive Mom, and I am going to talk to you guys real quick, like super quick, about an upgrade in the DNA that is happening in our spiritual DNA, our spiritual makeup. Um, and I want to just talk about this stuff because we're going through it, and we might not know that we're going through it. Um, and we are, I just don't want us to shift back into our old realities, our old habits, our old formations. Okay. And so, I like to talk about it ahead of the game. Okay. So, the upgrades that we are experiencing, our spiritual makeup is changing. Our spiritual makeup is changing. We are receiving more downloads, more information from divine, from source, and it's all about like what are we choosing to do with that information that we are receiving, right? um so I always say, like, use discernment. That's the first thing. Use discernment with the I'm glad that my GPS still works while I'm on the phone. Okay, I was worried about that, but I'm glad that, I mean, use discernment where, when you're receiving certain information, because man, I have been down a rabbit hole slightly. I know when to pull myself out of the rabbit hole, right, with the information that I'm receiving. Um, and the distractions that come with it, right? The distractions that come with it. And so 20, okay, railroad crossing ahead. I'm crossing over a railroad. Okay, all right. Thank you, God. Get hit by a train. Okay. So, with the information that we are receiving, it's important that we get all of the facts before we start sharing. Okay, that's the first thing. That's the first thing in discernment, is to get all of the facts before we start sharing, because you don't want to over identify somebody or something that's on this earth. We are on this earth with other entities. Um, Everybody is not human here, okay? Everybody is not human here. And so, wait. Ah, let me hold on a second. Let me check my GPS. Everybody is not human that's on this earth. So you really want to be careful with the information that you're sharing, so that people don't try to identify, self-identify um with what you're presenting, and like kind of use, I don't know how to explain that, but like kind of use that information to go against you and those that are here that are like you. Okay, so let's say that you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and you're here to help mankind ascend to kind of get their life together, or whatever the case is, right? So you're here to help do that, and you're explaining things. Okay, car. You're explaining things, and you're going through things, and then there's other people that's out here that's copying your ascension symptoms and stuff like that, right? Maybe you have to speak English. You have to speak English here. Okay. So and then they just become like little doppelgangers to, I don't even want to say doppelgangers, but they become a threat to other people that are here to heal as well too. So I've learned that along the way. So that is about using discernment when it comes to like your healing journey. Okay. So for example, you go to the doctor and you realize that, oh, okay, Let me not even speak that negativity. So let me say you go to the doctor and you learn like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be eating this type of way, right? And then you start sharing things about certain foods online, which is great, y'all. Share things like that, right? But you want to make sure you tell your community like, hey, this is for me, but go and check for yourself as well too. So that's what that also applies to like spirituality and like the DNA makeup. So in 2026, there's going to be this thing, y'all. Mark my words when I say this. There's going to be this big thing that how like there was this big spiritual movement where uh everybody is tarot readers. I'll use tarot readers. Everybody is tarot readers, right? Everybody is into tarot, and then all of a sudden nobody's doing tarot. They're going back to the church and they're going to do this, they're going to do that, right? We all trial and error, trial and error, trial and error, right? Not we all, but some people trial and error, trial and error. But then there's another spiritual thing where everybody wants to be a Reiki healer or a sound healer or something like that. And they're like, no, that's not for me. That's not for me. There's going to be another big movement in the spiritual community, y'all. Mark my words when I say that. It's going to be another thing in the spiritual community where um, people are going towards a certain type of healing. I think that it will evolve in the next couple of years. I have a feeling that it is going to involve some form of like more sound healing, um, more sound therapy, colors, and this is already a thing, right? This is already a thing, but there aren't a lot of people that are doing it, and this is going to become more of a thing that people gravitate towards because of our DNA. I don't want to say changing, but like kind of getting the upgrade. Okay, DNA, it doesn't change. Okay, but it does receive an upgrade. The more that we learn, the more that we expand ourselves, the more we become open to source and the energy of the earth. Our DNA upgrades. All right, we have access to more of the healing that's coded in our own DNA as opposed to outside energy, right? And so this is something that is going to be very much so needed on this earth, right? But I'm just telling you guys that you have to prepare for it, because if, let's say for example, I'm going to use the Kundalini, right? I'm going to use the Kundalini. um Yeah, like let's be realistic about the Kundalini awakening and like the Kundalini energy and everything like that, right? You cannot just like start doing, you can force your Kundalini to rise, but it actually will be a bigger fallback, burnout, a quicker fallback, burnout, if you're not ready for that energy to rise, and you don't have the proper guidance and you don't have the proper support around you when you're forcing your Kundalini to rise and awaken. Okay, um to shoot up, to open up all of your chakras. All right, for someone to have a balanced chakra system, this is the very first thing. Your heart chakra has to be balanced. Like if everything else is balanced and your heart chakra is not balanced, right? You're bound to have a burnout of something. Okay, like let's say you have a closed heart chakra where you are unemotional and you are emotionally, not there. You're not there, or you overgive, or you are very emotional, or you're extra sensitive, um or you grieve a lot. Grief is not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. That means that your heart chakra is not balanced, and your crown probably is not balanced either, and neither is your root. Okay, let's just really look into grief. Okay, where these things that, people have, society has said this is normal, we have embedded into our DNA. So the more that our kundalini forces past our heart chakra to go into our throat chakra, to go into our third eye, to go into the crown, to go into the star, to go into, the 8 through 15 other chakras that is outside of our body, um, the more we force that open, the quicker we burn out. And we go back and we're like, oh my God. And then next thing you know, it's some form of spiritual psychosis, or it's and spiritual, there are different types of spiritual psychosis out there as well too. But there's some form of spiritual psychosis, there's some form of burnout where, you are not able to spiritually properly, not spiritually, but properly ground. Okay, spiritual psychosis have a lot to do with grounding. And so then it's like the kundalini rises, and then it burns out all of your computer. It burns out the whole computer. And so yeah. And so it's important that we prepare our DNA for these awakenings that is going to be happening. Now, this is the thing, y'all. This is the thing. 2026. 2026 is year one. All right. Can we talk about the spiritual psychosis and the different types? Can we talk about spiritual psychosis and the different types? No, we can not today. Look, not today, but there are different types of spiritual psychosis. Definitely different types of spiritual psychosis, but not today. Okay. But and then hi alien with cloud. Hello, hello, hello. So so the thing is that 2026 is year one, right? It's year one. All the way up into 2030. 2030, there is going to be a shift because okay, so 2030 is year 5, right? And so we have 2029. We have 2029. Yes, okay. Year 2029 will be the last of the years where we have to really prepare for something that is happening on the earth, all right? Between Mother Earth and her children and Source. Now, that will be like the last year that we have something to prepare, um where there be like a little shift that takes place, right? Okay. All right. My computer is telling me to check itself. Where there's like a shift. And we actually have these shifts all the time on Earth. We have these shifts all the time on Earth, but those that are really truly, and I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't always feel the shift. Sometimes I get left behind, and this is me being very fucking honest. Sometimes I choose to stay behind, sometimes I get left behind. All right. I am a spiritual being having a human experience, not the opposite way around. I'm not a human having a spiritual experience. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. And so sometimes I am bad and I do not do my work like I should, and Divine has thumped me and said, now you have to stay right here in the third grade with these other motherfuckers, right? But no more of that. No more of that. I choose to rise every time now, okay? And this is kind of like what the next couple of years is going to be about. So there are things that we have to cut out. Like we have to fully, fully, fully cut out in order to prepare our DNA. Y'all are not going to like this. Y'all are not going to like this. Y'all are not going to like this. There's two things that we have to cut out, right? Um, the first thing is unprotected sex. That's the first thing that we have to cut out is unprotected sex. If you are not married, you should not be having unprotected sex. Okay. And that's the very first thing. If you are a light worker, if you are a spiritual worker, if your DNA is coded to upgrade and experience some of these upgrades, you have to cut out unprotected sex. Okay. I don't care if it's a woman and a woman, a man and a man, a man and a woman and a man. I don't care how it swings. It needs to cut out. Okay. You are actively giving away your magic, okay? Freely, okay? Freely, all right? The other thing that we have to cut out is, y'all are not gonna like this. Y'all are not going to like this. Is red meat, okay? Our DNAs are not programmed to. And I don't care. Y'all know they came with that thing where it's like, oh, this blood type need to be eating like this, and this blood type need to be eating like this, and this blood type need to be eating like this. Then guess what? You might not be that person that needs to be doing certain spiritual work, certain healing work. But I'm simply talking to the ones that feel as if like there is something deeper inside of me that I am supposed to be doing for this earth, that I am supposed to be doing for the children on this earth, whether there are other spiritual beings that you're supposed to be helping or there are other people that you're supposed to be helping. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, but I know that I am on this earth to help humans. Okay? I'm on this earth to help humans. I do not put myself above humans. I don't put myself below humans. I am simply here to live this life with them. I have birthed humans. I have met humans. I love humans. I share a bloodline with humans that I have loved, and that I will give my last to, okay, starting with my mama. But I do know that the Divine Mother is my mother. I do know that my Kali is my mother. I do know that she placed me down on this earth to experience certain things so that I can actively come back to her and do my next lesson or whatever the case is, or however many times she need me to incarnate again on this earth. This is not my first lifetime here. All right, maybe not, won't be my last, I don't know, but I am actively choosing to make different um and let me not say I chose to make these, because did I choose them on my own? I'm trying to think. No, yes and no, right? I tell you guys about the story about when I did not want to be married. I was like, no, but my husband gave me an ultimatum. My husband gave me an ultimatum, and when I was getting ready to make a different choice, Divine stepped in and said, no, this is a kingdom marriage. This is a chosen marriage. This is what you're simply supposed to do. Now, there are other beings on this earth that did not want me to have this assignment. Okay, they did not want me to have this assignment because they know that I'm here to basically help other people come to their highest potential level, to help other people. Some people's contract is simply partnership equals success. If we get in partnership, we can be successful, we can build together. Okay, me and my husband have a nonprofit where we help homeless children, we help homeless families, we help people that go to prison, we help people. Now we're getting ready to, we've been talking and we're getting ready to help people with mental illness, okay, that have been labeled as certain different types of ways. All right, and it's starting within our family because we have people in our family that we really want to help, but you know we can't. Okay, I don't know, we're talking about it, we talking about it. I gotta catch him up on the spiritual side, but with my husband, he's a physical being, so I have to talk physical first, and then we step in with the spiritual stuff and be like, oh yeah, did you know we were helping the indigo children? He was like, what is that? I kind of explained it to him today. And he was like, oh, it makes sense of what you're talking about. Okay. When I first explained it to him, I'm like, yeah, kids with autism or ADHD or schizophrenic or bipolar and stuff like that. But then today I threw in the word indigo child. And he's like, damn, that shit makes sense. Okay. So these are the things that are within us that we naturally know that we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be working with other star seeds and other children of the earth, children of the solar system, children from other planets and stuff like that. Now, there are people here that are designed to destroy the earth. Okay, when the earth was brought into creation, because we have a close relationship with God, the Asuras mapped this bitch out as well too, and they came down here as well too. But no, they can't have it. They can't have it. So there are wars that are going on, not just physical wars that are happening, that will be happening between now. Well, between now and 2030, there are physical wars that are going to be happening, but there's also spiritual wars that are taking place that are turning physical. Okay, um World War I, World War II, the Vietnam War, slavery, all different slavery systems throughout the planet. All of these are a part of the wars that have taken place. Okay, my kids getting in the car.
This is right.
Lemonade, you can have some.
It's lit.
It's alright.
Nah,
It's from Burger King. So
I mean, lit.
no, why would I be doing that and driving? Silly. And why would I say you can have some?
Nah, I'm just playing live.
Exactly.
Just jokes.
He's just trying to geek me. I didn't think it was good. I was just thirsty. It's good. SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay. I might just be thirsty right now.
Right. So yeah. So we have to prepare our DNA. So the two things that we are going to have to actively stop doing and make conscious decisions so that our DNA can be prepared for the upgrades is unprotected sex, okay? Because you're actively giving your magic away, and then the meat, because there are things that are going on inside of the meat that is getting inside of our bodies, and it's killing away the thing. It's harming the inside of our body. The blood is not mixing, okay? The blood is not mixing, and even if you cook it down all the way dead, it's still not mixing, because that animal is not willingly being sacrificed. We're not eating that at the grocery store. When we buy our food at the grocery store, that's not that same animal that is the prize winning cow at the rodeo, y'all. The CEOs is eating that, okay? The ones that have the successful business, those animals that are willingly being sacrificed on the farms, that are being brought up, that is being prayed over, that's part of the ceremony, that's being fed by the Orishas, by the Loas, because this happens in these ceremonies, by the Orishas, by the Loas, by, um in Hindu culture, they have certain deities that are eating meat, but that's not the same animals that we eating when we go to Kroger's and buy, a cow or a roast or whatever the case is. Those aren't our animals. Okay, so those two things need to be cut out. Now, I did not say nothing about the rest of the meat system, because I don't know about the rest of the meat system, but I know red meat is something that came to me about the programming. It's red meat 2026. Let's make it in our conscious mind. Let's try to start the year off without drinking eating red meat, and kind of cut out you know all of the extra, y'all. Okay, so you have to prepare. So that's all I really wanted to come on here and say. That's all I wanted to come on here and say. If you don't believe what I'm saying, if you're like, okay, well, she don't know what she's talking about or whatever, y'all can do your own research. And all I did was, how to upgrade your DNA. That's it. How to upgrade your DNA, how to open up your all your chakra systems 1 through 15. Okay, we have more than 15 chakras, but that's how many that scientists have got through. Okay, spirituality and science is running side by side. That's why I love Hinduism. All right, that's why I love Tantra, because they're running together. Okay, so hi Empress, hello. So y'all, if y'all don't believe what I'm saying, sound healing, color healing, um, if you've been wanting to learn another language, if you've been experiencing like heavier than normal dreams, and you're dreaming of colors, or You've been just seeing the rainbow everywhere, and you're like, it's the winter time. Why am I seeing a rainbow? Somebody sent me their candles. Somebody sent me their honey jar, and the first thing I seen was a rainbow. The first thing I seen was a rainbow, and it goes back to the same message that I had with that person. And in their reading, it was a rain. I'm not reading, but on their thing, it was a rainbow. Okay, and I'm just like, yeah, rainbows have been definitely coming up with certain, and she's a healer as well too. She's a healer as well too. I have to talk to her. Now I got to talk to her. It's just put it in my head to talk to her later about it. So anyway, guys, so I want to make sure that you guys are prepared for this. I want to make sure that y'all prepare for this. So what I'm going to do is this Saturday I'm going to do another live cord cutting on my page, right? Not like a community cord cutting. I will be offering it as a community cord cutting. I'll put the information inside of the description of the video and on my community tab. Y'all, I do cord cuttings for other people on offering base, but the honey jars are $33, and then I send you your honey jar, okay? Because you have to be able to put the love back into yourself. I can't put love into you. Y'all can't have that, okay? Y'all have to be able to put the love back into yourself. I can clear some stuff out for you, but you have to be able to put the love back into yourself. So I'm going to do another cord cutting and a honey jar this Saturday. I'm going to be teaching you guys how to do that. So you can have that on my page as well. And I'm sorry, Amazing Grace still has the one on her page, the vampire cord cutting. This one is going to be like a DNA cord cutting, a clearing of certain energies that are just like stagnant in our DNA. All right. I received this download to do it 2 Saturdays in a row, which was the 20th, and now I'm gonna do it on the 27th. Okay. This will be the last cord cutting of the year before we go into the new year. I'm super excited about. Okay. I am super excited about. There are a lot of things that I wanted to do this year, but they just wasn't in alignment. Every time I try to do something that's not in alignment, God blesses me tenfold down. Be like, you don't need to rush and do this. So I'm just learning to go with the flow and accept that. Okay, I'm just really learning to go with the flow and accept it. So I want to help you guys still clear your DNA, like misaligned DNA codes. I want to help y'all untie the knots that they stem back from inner child. Okay? Like not feeling accepted, knowing that you was different, not feeling accepted in your relationships and your shit in school. Look, in school, some people still talking about some shit that went down in high school. Okay, they still mad about not being accepted in high school, inside certain communities that they didn't belong in. And at the end of the day, I know y'all probably like, who the fuck is she to tell me I didn't belong in it? You didn't. You were different from them people. And them people is different from you. You don't belong with these type of people, or whatever the case is. So, it's not God protecting you. It's God aligning you. I'm not saying that they're bad people or you bad people. It's God keeping you aligned. It's source keeping you aligned. It's the mother keeping you aligned with what you came down here to do. And if certain people link up and their DNAs don't match, it's a problem. This is how we create karmic cords. This is how we create karmic contracts, okay? So that's what these cord cuttings represent, is the untying of knots that literally we and other people have tied us together. And we're like, no, I don't want to do that no more, okay? It also unties like your finances. It unties like your higher self, the communication from your higher self. It just opens up straight communication. And y'all can say what y'all want about me, but I have really good track record. Okay, I have a really good track record. Really good track record with divine, with my deities, with my clients. Okay, really good track record. And even with my enemies, I have a really good track record. They'll be like, oh yeah, she was all in my business. And I was, because that's what I came down on this earth to do, is to be all in humans' business. That's what I came down here to be, and to untie and get us in alignment. All right. And I'm just doing my job. Be mad at me. Okay. So we're going to do another cord cutting on Saturday. I'm going to put up the time. I'm going to teach the class. I'm going to do a reading before. I'm not doing a reading after the cord cutting. That's just too much energy. Okay. I'm going to do a reading before the cord cutting. Okay. And then I'm doing the cord cutting is going to go like that. All right. You guys can prepare with me by having y'all things ready. I'll list the things that y'all need. It's not going to be as deep and dark as the last one because the last one involved zombies. This one involves more of your knots. Okay. The other one was ain't nothing cut that bitch off. Okay. So this is the last one of the year. Let's go ahead and do it. Knock it out. Knock it out. Okay. It's also good too because it's Christmas time and people are overspending right now. They're spending what they don't have, you know, to basically be approved by their children, get the approval of their children, get the approval of their families, their neighbors, and all of that stuff. Okay, and they're doing a lot of things just to say that I did this. And at the end of the day, that's not what it's about, and it just opens up your mind to really think, and it starts helping you with other people. My son told me that he was happy. I'm asking him what he want for Christmas. He barely could tell me anything that he want for Christmas, y'all. He said he wants some exercise bands. Okay, and I'm out here like, exercise bands, what else? He like, I'm really happy. And so this is kind of like what. Come on, baby. You didn't drunk all of it. You might as well take it.
Here. Fill it up. Fill it up. Fill it up.
But for you?
Nah, for you.
No, I don't want that. That ain't nothing. He didn't drink all my lemonade. Then go to my here, fill it up, put some water in it.
You about to stay in the car?
For a minute.
You said what?
For 1 minute. Alright. Okay. You got your key? You have your key? You got your key?
Private?
You have your key?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So we're gonna do one more cord cutting, and then I kind of want you guys just like really. I've been putting things on my community tab, how to open up your heart chakra, how to balance out your heart chakra, connect to your heart chakra. I am love. I am loved. Okay. Wearing more green. Wearing more green. Wearing more green. Wearing more green. Okay. Green came up in the energy. So like even if you it's Christmas time, it's a whole lot of green stuff out there. All right. Even just putting like a green bow on. Right now I have a green bra on. Okay. Y'all can't see it, of course, right? But just anything that you have green, incorporate it into your life. Green socks. Okay. Just getting more grounded with that heart chakra energy is really good as well too. I'm gonna be putting more color healing and sound healing on my page, not like in the videos, but like under the not in the videos, but like more so under the community tab, because it's easier to access. So it's up to y'all. If y'all catch it, y'all catch it. If y'all don't, y'all look for it. Y'all do, y'all don't, but it's there. It's there. Okay. So and when I say sound healing, I'm not talking about just like singing bowls and stuff like that. I honestly I can't really play a singing bowl really good unless I'm like under the, like if I'm in the zone. Like when I'm doing a Reiki healing, for some reason when I'm doing a Reiki healing, I can do a sound bowl, a singing bowl. But like if I'm just playing with it, like today I was like, oh, I got a new sound bowl and da 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 da, and I'm like, I forgot how to play it because I just wasn't in the energy. I have to ground myself in order to get the frequencies right. Tuning forks. We're gonna be talking about tuning forks. That's something that Priestess Ra said really put me on. with opening up my chakras and balancing out my chakras when they're being overworked. Okay, and my third eye is one, and my throat eye, I meant my throat eye, my throat chakra, and my eighth chakra is actually one that is always overworked, and the eighth chakra is the not overworked, but it's okay. I be needing to ground it a lot, balance it out, not ground it, but balance it out. The eighth chakra connects to divine, and because I have a good communication with deities and I speak telepathically with them, or they speak telepathically to me and I'm listening and we converse that way, that I've been needing grounding a lot, and she showed me how to use the tuning forks with the stones. That's going to be stuff that I want to, like, introduce to y'all as well too. I love Priestess Ra. I said, okay, she is so amazing. She is so amazing. Okay. I What is she, Jamaican? I think she's Jamaican. Okay, she do not fucking play. She do not play. Hi, Amazing Grace. Hello, hello, hello. That is my baby. That, like, I love her. And so I kind of just want to introduce, like, some of her I say older, but she really, like, she does it, but they're like older videos and stuff like that. I'm gonna talk about some of the stuff that she talked about and stuff, and give it some because the Mother Earth has given out a lot more messages, and her messages are not wrong. There's just more information to them. They're not wrong. They're absolutely not wrong what she has received from Mother Earth. And some of the information has not changed, but there is more information to them for people that are my age, okay? That are my age. I'm 39 years old, okay? I'm 39 years old. Look, I had to think about that. I'm 39 years old. I haven't said I was 39 since I was 38. So I'm 39 years old, and there are people that are my age that are, we are receiving messages from the mothers, from the ancestors, and we are to incorporate it into our everyday life, okay? Into our everyday life. It's not that I don't relate to the older society, not older, but the more mature society or anything like that. My mother is 78, and so I'm healing her as well. Actually, she's 79, okay? Where she's 78. She's 78. She's 78. When I'm 39, she's in the eights, okay? When I'm in the nines, she's in the eights, okay? So she's 78 years old, and so I'm helping heal her mindset as well too. However, I still have my brothers and my sisters, okay? I still have my brothers and my sisters that I got to get a hold of, and they got to get a hold of me, and we got to sing Kumbaya together. So, and y'all do too. Whether you're actively participating and talking to your brother or your sister, you still have a job to do. We was born in that bloodline. We still have a job to do. We still have contracts to fulfill. But we do have to prepare our actual spiritual DNA in order to work with those people. In order to work with those people, okay? um Boy, it's a big assignment. All right, it's a very big assignment, and we just can't drop the ball being selfish. Okay, we can't drop the ball being selfish. It's an easy way to not get access to your abundance. It's an easy way to not get access to your abundance. Okay, I'm not saying we got to do everything for them or with the intention to even help them. A lot of what I do is problems within my family, but I don't like necessarily say this is for my brother, this is for my mama's daughter, this is for my cousin. I don't say it like that, okay? There's an anti energy that's on this earth as well too, that I know when I do say that it's for my brother or it's for my cousin or my mom's daughter, when I do say things like that, that energy hears it and says, oh, she's trying to help her bloodline. Let me go and destroy this for her. Let me go and throw her this curveball. Let me go and hex her ass. Let me go and fuck with her. Let me program her brother to say some shit like this, because at the end of the day, my people are easy accessible. Not me, but they are. And the easiest way to get to me is to get to them. So I don't even say I'm helping them half the time. I just be like, yeah, this is what I'm doing for the society. Because I know that my mama's daughter and my mama's son have something that they need to do. Okay? I'm lightweight back, talking back to my baby sister, lightweight. Okay? Lightweight. Keep it light. Lightweight. But yes. Copper water bottle. Okay? So, just setting intentions, y'all. What I've been doing is I have been burning Palo Santos in my car. Okay, I've been burning Palo Santos in my car to connect with my higher celestial family. All right, listen, the celestial family. I have been drinking more water. This actually has a shungite in it as well too. Um, I'm gonna be making some lapalazuli necklaces. I'm gonna put those on my page, and if you guys want to purchase those, that's fine. Lapalazuli is good for the throat chakra. It's good for the third eye as well. It's actually good for all your upper chakras. Okay, past the heart, but it's good for your heart as well too. Your heart art. Okay, so it's good for your DNA. Okay, I be tearing that water. I've been tearing that water up. Yes, yes, yes. You have to. You literally have to drink. Um, I don't know what that is. You literally have to be drinking more water and hydrating your body. That's how you also know, like when you're going through like ascensions as well too. You a part of the symptoms, y'all. An ascension, you could be going through an ascension for a year. You literally could be experiencing, like you could be, it feel like a detox or something, but you literally could be going through this for a year, and you would think that you having hot flashes, you would think that you are melting, that you are cold, you having chills. It's just like, but the thing is do not stop calling on the divine for help. Do not stop calling on the divine for help, y'all. Do not continue to like flush your system. It's a cycle, and we want more water because water comes from the earth, and so we want to be as close to the mother as possible. And how else to be close to her than to be in water, or to get water into our system, or communicate through water? Okay, how else to be closer to her? If you put any, like I went and got a lemonade, and I literally drunk this much of it. I was so thirsty, but I'm drinking water, but I'm so thirsty. Okay, and I don't drink milk or anything like that. Never drunk milk, y'all. I suck at that. Okay, nothing on the cow appeases me. Nothing. Like it doesn't. Like only, like when I look at the cow, like I know that Lakshmi is okay. First of all, like Shiva, Lord Shiva, Nandi is the cow, right? His his like I just know the story of Nandi, and how Nandi was a 12-year-old kid that, he was so devoted to, he knew he was going to die. He knew he was going to die, and he just wanted to be forever with Lord Shiva. And so when the god of death, Yama, when he came for him, Lord Shiva, Shiva kind of like just stopped the process, like, hold on, wait, this is my greatest devotee. Like, he never stopped loving me. Every day of this kid's life, he has literally, his father in him has literally like prayed. And when, he was granted a boon, he didn't ask to like, oh, I don't wanna be dead. He didn't ask for the boon to live forever. He asked to stay with Lord Shiva forever. And so Shiva was like, you're gonna be the cow. Like you're my cow, you're my vehicle. The cow is Lord Shiva's vehicle, and Nandi never leaves Lord Shiva. So it's just like I just don't. Whenever I look at the cow, I'm just like, no, the bull. I just can't. I don't know if a bull and a cow is the same. I honestly don't. To me, they're the same. The bull, the cow, the dog, they're all the same. The mouse, the elephant, they're all the same. They're all the same to me. If you eat a cow, I feel like you would eat a kangaroo. And I'm like, who eats a kangaroo? There's too many man, y'all can say what y'all want about Trump, and I don't praise him for nothing but being alive and doing his due diligence, right? He doing his assignment. Okay, that Gemini is doing his assignment, y'all. He is doing his assignment. But he actually is very spiritual. He's very spiritual, y'all. He is so smart. Like this year, um no other president has celebrated, like Hindu culture except for him in the White House. He is so smart. He is so smart. He is so smart and so religious. And I'm just like, I can say wait, you say wait, whatever y'all want, whatever y'all want. But like he know the pantheon that is the right way to go. He know it. He know it. He not playing with it. I ain't seen nothing else. Look, I ain't seen nothing else. He know the right way. He's very smart. Okay. So anyway, enough about him. Okay. Politics be politicking. He's super smart. He know where he know that we ain't supposed to be messing up these oceans and we ain't supposed to be doing certain things. Um, Very smart. And he's shutting that shit down. Like all that war shit, like this is stupid. This is stupid. It's stupid. It's costing too much money when we could be doing some business. We could be doing some business. Y'all want to go to war? Y'all want to make some money? So anyway, um, it's gonna be very different. It's gonna be very different. Very 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 different. 2026. Even right now, guys, within like even just like the falseness that's within our community is real. Just like it's tearing down. Okay, it's tearing down. If you're not feeling no longer if you're feeling no longer attracted to like certain people, I'm not talking about like the opposite sex or anything like that, but I'm talking about like certain teachers, certain tarot readers, certain content creators, certain news that's happening. That's fine. It's fine. That doesn't mean that they're not for somebody else out here. It doesn't mean that they're not for somebody else out here. But what it means is that it's time for you to upgrade your thinking, your learning, and your skills. Yours. Okay? Doesn't mean that you're supposed to go out here and teach something different or do something different. No, no. It just means that maybe it's not yet. Let me not say no, but just not yet. Because I started this live off by saying, before you teach something, make sure that you are well aware of what it is that you're teaching. Okay? That's when I started this live off. I told y'all are going to be experiencing upgrades in your DNA, and you don't want to come on here and say, so for example, I'll use myself for example. I'm in a rabbit hole right now. I am in a rabbit hole, y'all. I have literally went halfway through a notebook, and today, this is how I know when I'm like really interested in something. So I'm in training at work, right? I'm in training at work. I have already finished all of the training last week. So instead of like sitting there doing nothing and being like, oh yeah, I'm done with the training. First of all, I did my training and I did the lady next to me training and I did the person on this side of me training. Why? Because I need all of us to be fucking done. Okay. So they can't ask me any questions why I'm in this rabbit hole. I'm literally like on my, like half a notebook, but almost pushing to the second notebook because I got two different notebooks for things, right? Things that I keep to myself and then things that I share, right? I'm not on here talking about none of that. I'm not on here talking about none of that, okay? Because I'm in a rabbit hole. And so I'm not going to come on here and say, oh, well, I'm gonna get. Okay, I'm not doing that. I'm not coming on here. I'm not. I need to make sure what is coming out of my mouth is correct. Why? Because there are people that are on my page that I know that are learning, and they also have people that learn from them as well too. So if I teach you what I'm learning, and I have not fully learned it, and then you go and share it, and it's just a spread of false information, who gets in trouble for that? Who who receives the karmic back drawback for that? Do you think it's the person that, do you think it's you because you took the information and you spreaded that information and you said it? Do you think that you get the karmic drawback? No, I do. I do. I get it back from you. I get it back from whoever you told it to. If you go and tell your partner, if you go and tell your sister, you go and tell your cousin, like, oh yeah, no, that's not how you do that. You know, pink and red mixed together, it's gonna make green now 2026. And I'm telling y'all, hey, starting 2026, pink and red mixed together can make green. And y'all like, how can you do that? And I'm like, you just can. I'm about to show y'all. And then I keep trying to do it. And I say it on Monday, Tuesday, I say it again. Wednesday, I say it again. So I programmed it in y'all mind because, you know, words are spells. And you like, shit, if she could put pink and red together and make green, bitch, I know I can. Okay? And then boom. Y'all like, yeah. So pink and red is making green 2026. And people were steady gravitating towards that pink and red making green. And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks later, I get on there and be like, y'all, pink and red do not fucking make green. Y'all gonna be like, but you told me last week, and I had told such and such. So I'm just using colors as an example, but this is how false information spreads. Like, for example, the twin flame culture, right? Everybody doesn't have a twin flame. How can everybody have a twin flame and how can everybody have a twin? How can everybody have a twin flame on this earth? Let me say it like that. How can everybody have a twin flame on this earth and we're all not human? Like how? How? We all have other assignments here. So this is just my thing. There are certain people that have twin flames. Oh, y'all twin, like the twin flames. Y'all are supposed to be together with your twin flame. How can everybody be together with their twin flame? It's nasty out here. How can that be? So does that mean that the people that come on this earth that choose not to be in relationships, that they don't have twin flames, but they have this awesome relationship with their father or with their mother or with their sister, or they have a identical twin? Or let's just say, for example, we only have one soul, and then that information spreads. Well, we only have one soul. You only have one soul. You was born with one soul. Well, who are we communicating that's our higher self if we have one soul? So you mean my higher self don't have a soul? So I'm just saying, you know, that's how like false information spreads, and it keeps us in this box. It keeps us in a loop. It keeps us stuck in the mindset by taking that one thing and making it a all. That's going to determine. That's going to determine, you know? So just be careful, okay? And when it comes up, I channel what divine gives me. I don't even like talking about it. Okay, true. It's two ways that can go. When it comes up, I channel what divine gives me. I don't even like talking. You talking about the twin flame thing? So when it comes to channeling, right? When it comes to channeling, man, that's another day. That's another topic with channeling, right? Because when we channel and we talk and we get messages, our source is not always divine. It's not like, you know, karmic or anything like that, but our source, it's ancestors, it's spirit guides, and those are not always divine. You know, they're not always divine. And so our messages, we have to really use discernment with our messages. Like you said, I don't even like talking about it. I actually learned that when twin flame things come up in like my reading, when I'm doing a reading, I say it so quick, right? But I leave out half of the message because people are glued like this. Like, please say something about my man. Please say something about my twin. Please get a message from my twin. I can feel people projecting into the in like I can hear people talking that they want me to say something that they're saying, you know, and so we have to be very careful as channelers because when we open up that antenna to receive our hair, right? When we open up that antenna to receive, we have to they have this thing. This is why I love like other religions. When you learn certain things, they have this thing in that the Orishas do, right? I love the Orishas. Ooh, I love the Orishas, but they play games. Okay, I love them. Okay, but Elegba is very he's a trickster, right? He is the trickster, but he's so cute. Okay, he's so cute. He's so cute, but he is a messenger, but he is a trickster. So what happens is that he will give the ancestors have a voice that sounds just like Elegba, but you have to be so grounded as a channeler. You know, we have to be so grounded as channelers. Like, that's why it's important that we ground our energy, and then also, you know, every message that we receive, we're not supposed to share. We're not supposed to share. It's discernment. It's high discernment. And that also stops. Now we go back into the awakening process, right? That we're going to be experiencing in our DNA. There are going to be moments where we have to stop certain messages from going through. Okay, we have to stop those messages from going through because a part of our job is to shut down this unhealthy way of thinking within our community, within our spiritual community. The things that we were programmed to share, like, oh, I'm not going to gatekeep this information or anything like that. Like, no, no, no. A big thing that my sister has really like we have really been talking about is like boundaries. It's like real boundaries. And so, you know, I probably don't have as many people on my page because I have really strict spiritual boundaries. If I opened up my boundaries a little bit more and let people cross them, I probably have more people on my page because I will be telling them what they want to hear and not what they need to hear. I haven't been wanting to get on camera. I will get a headache if I don't give the message. It's like going to divine. It's like going to divine because you have free will. So that was one of the symptoms that is one of the symptoms that I get, and I'll be like, okay, let me get on. Y'all heard me say I've been trying to hold this message. I have been trying to hold this message, but there are actually some messages that I really do hold, and I will push through a headache. Me and spirit, not divine. Me and spirit will literally have a fight. I will fight for my people's well-being. I'm not gonna go get that dirty ass message. I don't want to say it's a dirty ass message, like it's karmic or anything like that. But some things we just have evolved from, and especially during this cord cutting, baby, doing this cord cutting, like I did a cord cutting this past Saturday. I did the cord cutting this past Saturday. I did the cord cutting the what was that? A couple days, the day we did it live, but then I did one after that for some people. And so I've actually done 3 cord cutting ceremonies. I've done 3 cord cutting rituals and ceremonies, right? One of them on camera and then 2 of them off of camera. And there have been some messages. There have been some messages where I'm like, these people want this message, and I'm not going to go deliver it. Even another thing that I do is that I know that people want me to be on time. If I say that I'm going to be at here at 9 o'clock. They want me to be here at 9 o'clock. But then divine slows me down. Spirit be like, bitch, hurry up and get on that camera and get them that motherfucking message and drop that T and tell them this and tell them that. And you're going to talk about this and you're going to talk about that. But divine tells me patience is the key. Patience. And it will start to literally like bother me. Like my sinuses will feel as if they're clogging up because the message is stuck here. It's stuck here, right? It's stuck between like my eyes, and because my third eye isn't like here. My third eye is more in the center of my bra, right? And I would start feeling it here. My eye starts to twitch. My lashes don't stay on. I start experiencing, these are just symptoms that I experience when the message wants to come out, and I'm like, no, I'm using my own free will. I'm using discernment. They're not getting that message. That's not what I'm teaching on. That's not what I'm giving. And then even like when, and then later on, spirit rewards me, and not spirit but divine rewards me. Okay, they'll be like, good job, good job. So this is a part of our DNA. This is a part of our DNA. Some of us are and I'm saying us, I'm not, it's not me. I'm not one of these indigo kids, and I'm just gonna like really like, I'm going to touch on this just very small, right? There are some star seeds and there are some indigo children. There are three, maybe four waves of indigo children out here. And wave 3 are disruptors. So those disruptors, right? They're having, they have a fight in their DNA code that is fighting between good and evil. So, but they're psychic. So this is the thing right here. They're psychic. So they actually give disruptive messages, but that's not what divine wants them to do. So a part of their job is to find their way back to divine and deliver divinely message. So it's all about who you want to be. It's all about who you want to be. You want to be a disruptor. You want to be it's difference in gaslighting and triggering somebody. You know, not saying that you're gaslighting anybody or you're triggering anybody, but it's a difference. And it's not our difference, it's divine's difference. So some of the messages just don't be from divine, especially if it's not in alignment with what you're doing, what you are doing. Is it going to set you back? I know some of the messages that spirits have wanted me to deliver, man, that they have wanted me to deliver and they have wanted me to give, and I give them, and then I'm like, I don't even like this person for real. Like, why am I reaching out to them? Why am I talking to them? I don't like this person. This person don't like me. I know who the message was for. So why am I doing that? Why am I helping these people? They're not gonna take that message. And then the spirit is like, well, that's what your job is. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm truly helping my collective heal, they tell me. Yeah, they're gonna have to start showing you too. Not just telling you, they're gonna have to start showing you. hmm You're doing a good job too. Yeah. Yeah. My collective is going to start showing me that my collective is going to start showing me that I am truly helping them heal when they book these flights, okay? When they book these retreats, when they start paying for these products, okay? Online. Look, online. So I know I'm helping in person, and I know that I'm helping certain people because just randomly, like, I will receive like cash apps like, oh, thank you so much, or like just random gifts, random abundance. And it don't even just have to be like cash apps, okay? Like just random abundance. Like, hey, I want to do this for you, or I'm gonna do that for you, or whatever. Actually, this was a gift from somebody too. This was a gift from somebody. For my baby Keisha, okay? I talked about it, and I didn't even talk about it to her. I actually was talking about it to somebody else, and I wasn't talking about it on live, and this is how Divine communicated with her and told her, oh, she needs a copper water bottle. I already had some copper cups, but they told her, oh, she needs a copper water bottle. And so right at the beginning of my training, here I am with a copper cup. And I'm like, okay, that's wonderful. That's great. And I already had like the, y'all seen the mugs. I think y'all seen the mugs. I drink out of like copper mugs anyway. When I'm drinking water in the house, I put water in it, leave it open, put the shungite in it, leave it open for like 24 hours or whatnot. Yeah. Copper is really good conductor. It's a really good conductor. Okay. So this is the plan, y'all. I'm about to get off of here. Okay. We've been on here an hour. So this is the plan. This Saturday we are doing another cord cutting. I'm going to put what's what the drift of it is. It is the last cord cutting of the year. It's going to consist of the untying of the knots that are within our DNA system, cutting certain strands that have kept our DNA coded to the surface level of Earth, as opposed to within the deep connection of Gaia, right? So I am going to be doing that. Before I do that, I'm doing a reading. I'm going to be making some offerings. I'm going to put some stuff on my page, y'all. I'm going to put some stuff on my page. Just simple, really cute, or whatever the case is. I'm talking about really cute, where I'm offering readings, live readings, okay? Now, this is how we're going to do the live readings. This is how we're going to do the live readings. The live readings are going to be $17.17. Okay, they're going to be $17.17. They are going to be done only through Cash App. Only through Cash App. And then I'm going to do a general reading. General reading is just go the way you go. Okay, it just go the way you go. So it just go the way you go. All right. The live reading, there's no questions asked. This is going to be a glimpse into 2026. Okay, for you in your DNA. So I mean, your life or whatever. A glimpse into 2026. That's what the word is. A glimpse into 2026. Live reading, $17.17. That's going to be this Saturday, y'all. Okay. All of that is happening before I teach the cord cutting. So if I only did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, whatever it is, that's how long we're going to be on live. And then I'm going to teach the cord cutting. I am going to put timestamps on it. The cord cutting, it's not going to be very long. It's not going to be very long. All right. The cord cutting donation is separate from the reading. The cord cutting donation is separate from the reading. I have to keep them. The cord cutting donation is any increment. Any increment. I just don't want to be karmically tied to it. Okay? I don't want to be karmically tied to it, so you do have to make a donation to participate in it. Other than that, you can do it yourself. Everything I teach on my page, you can do it yourself. That's why I love me. Okay, that's why I love Divine. That's why I love Source, because they told me that everything that I do on my page, I can teach. Everything on my page, I can teach. So I'm not like handicapping anybody. I'm not collecting any more karma. I could teach it. This is what I teach, okay? If I read them cards, maybe I'm teaching you how to read them cards. I'm teaching you, okay, look at this. Look at this. Y'all see this? Da 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 da. However you go, all right? So I'm not karmically tied to none of that, okay? Clear your own karma over here. And we're going to do a community honey jar, okay? We're going to do a community honey jar. The thing is with the honey jar, right? The thing is with the honey jar, and I'm going to be very open, very honest with y'all. The honey jar that I'm making on live is for Jupiter Occult. However, if you want to purchase a honey jar and you want me to make you a honey jar, I'm not going to make your honey jar on live, okay? I am going to make it separately. Pray over it with the Divine Mother, but it's not my energy. That's the Divine Mother, and I will ship it to you for $33. So we have 3 different things that is going on. Reading, $17.17. The cord cutting is offers only, like donations, whatever increment. Okay, you want to send $5, that's cool. You want to send $10, that's cool. You want to send me $55, that's cool. That's up to y'all, okay? The third one is a honey jar. That's $33. That includes shipping. In the United States, no, because I have not figured out how to send stuff to Canada. Okay, I have not figured out how to send stuff without it being what is that? I forget what it is. Customs, without y'all having to pay like a custom fee. So unfortunately, I'm not shipping outside of the United States. Okay. I'm very sad that I can't receive certain things from my guru that's in India. So you guys, sorry, y'all just can't receive it right now. Okay. I love you guys. When I travel there, I do have my passport. When I come there, I will bring y'all some stuff. Okay. But right now, I can't. Okay. I'm sorry. I can't. All right. But if I ever go to Detroit, I will cross that bridge for you and drop your stuff off, okay? But in the meantime, in between time, no shipping outside of the United States. But it does, it is with the $33, it is shipping included, okay? Um, and I think it's like a 3-day shipping with FedEx. I use FedEx for everything. So there's like a 3-day shipping. I package it pretty tightly. Only one person has had problems, and I did not pack their stuff really good, but it was free for them anyway, and it was extra shit in the box. So it all worked out. Okay, it all works out. So I know next time. But this is actually a very thick jar, so you guys would not have that problem. Okay, y'all are not gonna have that problem. Everybody else has received their boxes, and I don't think anything has bust. If it has, nobody has reported it. Everything got there safe and sound, guys. I think everything got there safe and sound. So, the honey jars, $33, and they are 8-ounce jars, and I put everything in there. Okay, I have honey, exclusive sunflower honey that I ain't seen it nowhere else. It's creamy sunflower honey. I put pussy willow in there. I put little tiny apples to the divine. They're real apples, okay? They're super tiny, but they're offering. And I put a lot of abundance and sweetness in there. And you work your jar. You work your jar, and they're wonderful, okay? And I send a little. I just sent somebody a honey jar. It was so cute. I like kind of wrote out what they can say, so they have their little cue card in front of them and stuff. I handwrite all that stuff, so it's super lit. Okay, super lit. For $33, it's really a deal. It's really a deal. Me myself, when I was buying things from my practitioners and stuff, I've spent thousands of dollars. Okay, thousands. I bought oils, like the oils that I'm selling for $44. I bought 100, 200. I know what goes into like chanting over the oils. I paid hundreds of dollars for ouds, for oils. Um, Even my yantras and stuff, thousands of dollars. Okay. Why? Because they're investments. They are investments. You have to invest into your spiritual health, like you invest into your financial health, your mental health, your emotional health. You have to invest into your spiritual health. So these are not like, okay, she's just charging to do this and da 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 da. There's no cords. There's no cords. We don't become attached. You're not gonna feel my energy on them. You're gonna feel all divine's energy on them. That's how she likes it. I love her. Oh my God, I love her so much. Okay, I love her. Just big ups to Kali Ma Mondurga. Big ups to the world. Okay. So that's it, y'all. I'm gonna start posting some stuff online, and like I said, y'all check out my community tab because I am posting like a little bit more. Y'all might see my picture on it, but because I love me. If you love you. Okay. Um, but the actual mantras and stuff, y'all say those mantras every day, especially the heart chakra mantra. Say that every day. If you don't believe it works, I promise you, it really does work. Like, I am really loved. I am loved and I am love. I give love. I receive love. I am love. I love y'all. I hope that y'all feel that. I really hope that y'all feel that because I really do. I really do. I send y'all love every day. I be like, I love them. I love them. Okay, I really do. I really do. Like, people that pop in, that pop out, like the lovers, the haters, the congratulators, all of them. I really love y'all. Like, this year would not have been the year it's been. It's been a very interesting year. It's been a good year, but it's been a very interesting year. It started off like hella interesting, you know, and then it was like, this is where we going with that. And then it was like, hold on, this is a learning lesson. This is a test. I'm up for it. And then it just turned into like, it's so funny, but like, I know at the time I probably wasn't laughing, but now I'm just looking back and I'm really like, I really, like, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm happy with the lessons that I've learned and that I've been through. I feel I've never felt so closer to like source, to my ancestors. Like, I'm proud of myself for the work that I've done. Super proud. Super proud. You hear that, guy? Okay. Grateful. I'm proud. I'm grateful, and this is my love letter to you guys. I was supposed to write a love letter to people that I mostly appreciate, but since I do have y'all addresses, I have everybody addresses. I even got my haters addresses. I could write a love letter to them too, but they'll probably, call the police, be like, she's stalking me. Okay, but yeah, I really do appreciate y'all. I really do. Like, everybody that just like show up and don't show up, look back on it later. I'll be like, it's 5 people in here, but where did these hundreds of people come from? After the video post or whatever the case is, look up, it's like 300-400 people that didn't watch the video, and I'm just like, I go to the YouTube studio and I'm like, oh, y'all really watched 15 minutes of this video? Where were y'all? Like, I didn't see y'all watching 15 minutes of the video, but I guess, or 20 minutes of the video. Which part of the 20 minutes of the video did y'all watch? Did y'all watch the part where I was giving y'all mad love? People that pop in and say little shit, want to aggravate me and stuff. I really love them too. Like, they be having me thinking later. They be having me thinking. And without them challenging me all year, the DNA would not have upgraded the way that the DNA shifted. Because at one point I was standing still. And I was healing, and I was teaching healing, and I was getting ready to tap into Durga. And right when I was getting ready to tap into Durga is when I got hit with my biggest test of all. Do you see the Divine Mother in these people? The biggest test. And I'm like, oh my God, I still got to show up, and I'm angry and I'm upset, and I feel um poked at like a bear, and I still have to show up in Divine Mother energy. And y'all like to sit and do your mantras, and you angry or you cranky or you annoyed is one of the biggest challenges that ever goes down, and did still show up. Like, cause it's like, Divine, mine, you letting these people through the front door? Like, you let them through the front door, and let the front door be earth. You let them be on the earth with me. Like, you that's how you love me? And she like, I love all my kids equally. And I'm like, but what about me? And she like, girl, shh, 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 shh. Come on, go, 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 go. They just, this your little brother, your little sister. They weird. She said, I can't lie, I gotta go ham now. Okay, okay. That's how, and that's the thing. Like, when I get irritated, I just be like, you know what? Let me go do my mantras. One has Durga shrines, Hanuman shrines, Vishnu shrines. You're good people. Thanks. Thanks. I have all of those. All of it. One temple. One temple. That's where the good people at. Okay, y'all. All right, let me go in here. I'm gonna go do my mantras and go to sleep. Okay, I'm gonna go do my mantras and go to sleep. I slept. My kids didn't have no school today. I slept through my second alarm. I woke up at 3 something. I seen my sister was calling. I was talking to Nipsey Hussle and the Astros. Okay, I was talking to Nipsey Hussle, and then my kids was making noise, and he was actually doing. He had turned and was like, what, to somebody else, and so I knew he was getting ready to go. me and him was having a great conversation, and I wanted to go back into that. And so I forced myself to go to sleep, back to sleep, and I slept through all my alarms. Shouldn't have did that. I should have left when he left. So yeah, okay. I love you guys. Y'all have a great night. Y'all have a great night. I will catch you guys in the Astros. Okay. Again, y'all watch this video back. And be on the lookout. Okay. Reem, Heem, Sheem, Reem, one of my favorite mantras, peace and happiness. Jama Kali, Jama Durgabout Shri Saeed, may peace be with all of you guys. May peace be with all of you guys. And thank you so much, Mother Mirror. Okay. All right. See y'all later. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Love you.